POPcast. 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 This is POPcast International, and I'm so proud and delighted to have Anna and Jared Cattoor with me on screen in this conversation. It'll be so exciting. I love it. I love you guys. You're wonderful. Let's take it up from here. We'll speak about a bunch of exciting things coming up. You're now based in Bulgaria, so I give you the floor. Go ahead, present yourselves, and then I'll ask you a few things.
All right. Thanks, Yabi. Go ahead.
Hi. Well, we love you too.
And
Happy New Year.
Yes, happy New Year to everybody. And we're so excited to be here on the POPcast International. And we want to say that we woke up, we live here in the Riva mountain, and we woke up to so much snow today. So it's been a beautiful winter wonderland for us.
Because this is POPcast International and it's targeted and meant to be seen and heard by people living all over the globe. When you say Rila Mountain, you may want to elaborate a little bit on what is Rila, where you are, and what part of the country, what country this is, because people will think you're in the US otherwise.
We are sometimes in the US, so yeah, you're right. We are currently in Bulgaria, in one of our mountain ranges, which is actually highest of the Balkans, of the whole Balkan Peninsula, Riva Mountain, and it's very, very, very beautiful here, and the air is so clean, and we just love being here in the nature. It's very inspiring and very nice and open for the mind as well.
Yes, beautiful place, and also an important part is this is the birthplace of the Lunan Festival, our very own first festival, Moon Music Fest, that Yavi performed at last year, of course, with us. Our band, Two Cities, One World, represent, and many others. And so it's something to note that we're bringing some really cool artists here, and that's kind of why we're having this conversation too,
We've been working very hard for that.
We'll get to the Moon Fest, and we'll get to the the top news that are now forthcoming that you guys are involved with. But tell me, is Rila Mountain as beautiful as Denver, Colorado, or more beautiful, or how does it?
That's something.
rank?
It's just something else. It's something else, But I don't want to.
No worries.
But they're both amazing.
Okay.
So I'm partial, but I will say that America has very, very beautiful nature.
Yeah.
That I've seen, like nothing that Europe has is very interesting, different. It's just different. And I want to say about Rila that it's very ancient, and you can feel the energy of the ancient wisdom that sits here. And
How does that happen? How do you feel that energy? You walk on the street, you see the
be
mayor,
open.
and
you just have to be open to this energy. And I don't know, it's just a personal journey for everyone. Everyone's feeling different things, but I notice it, and other people have commented that have visited from other places in the world, and I just love being here. I'm happy here,
So you guys are musicians, and you're a family, and I know you as musicians and as a family, and you live in Bulgaria. Yep, technically, I mean, you spent quite some time in Bulgaria. Is that right? Okay. So how tell me, what are your interests, your goals, especially in the last year, 2025? What are you aiming at in achieving for 2026? I mean, you've now started working on a pretty big project that's coming in February. Do you want to start with this and tell me a little bit about this, because this is the heading news probably?
Of course. Well, I mean, our whole year really is built around bringing some amazing artists here to Bulgaria with our new venture, Lunin Festival. So through our band, Two Cities, One World, and through Lunin Festival, the Moon Fest, we're going to be bringing some cool artists. Right now we're speaking with the Wooten Brothers, some of our favorite people on the planet, one of my most favorite bands ever. I'm a student of Reggie for like almost 8 years now, I think.
Reggie Wooten, that is.
Reggie Wooten, the oldest, who's taught all, basically all the
Teacher.
brothers, the teacher. And so it's been my dream to get them out here, and that's actually happening, which is amazing. So right now we're focused on that. And like you mentioned, February, the next big thing is we have managed to bring the amazing Stanley Jordan here, who is one of the most famous guitarists, electric guitarists ever, And,
so give us the headline. Give us the headline. We want to know the date. We want to know the place. We want to know. Give us everything that people who are watching should know, so that they can come to the concert.
Yeah, thanks. Absolutely. Stanley Jordan and Two Cities, One World will be performing at Sofia Live Club here in Sofia.
One of the most famous and influential guitarists of all time is returning to Bulgaria. Since 1985, Stanley Jordan has been inspiring the world after releasing his album, Magic Touch, with Blue Note Records. His unique style of playing with both hands on the fretboard like a pianist separates him from almost all guitarists. He blends rock, blues, jazz, classical, and more while playing like 2 or 3 guitarists at the same time. Be amazed while he plays 2 guitars at once or plays classical pieces on the piano and guitar at the same time. Join Stanley Jordan and Two Cities, One World live at Sofia Live Club on February 1st, 2026. Reserve your tickets and hotel now. Link in the comments.
On February 1st, it's an early show because it's a Sunday. So doors open at 6, right?
I think it's 6 or
6 o'clock, and then we actually begin around 7, and then he'll begin around 8. So make sure to be there early. Things will be done definitely by 10. For sure, we want to make sure, many people will be traveling to Sofia for this. We want to make sure they have time to get some rest. Speaking of, if anyone is traveling, we're working with the Roslyn Hotel, and there are some discounts you could get if you'd like to stay there, which is directly across from the venue, the closest hotel to the venue. So they're very nice and great people. Would recommend going there. But either way, this is going to be an incredible show, and we're so happy to be bringing some culture, something different to Bulgaria. And I mean, this guy is different for all guitarists, not just in one country or another. It's something that you just don't really see, this kind of virtuosity with the style that he plays, the way that he plays, So, yeah.
You guys are obviously very passionate about this artist, Stanley Jordan, and you know of him, you've been following his style, and I see that you are... While we're talking, you're doing what they call a double hand. Is that what they call it in English? Double hand? Or tapping?
Well, Stanley Jordan calls it the touch technique. Because I'm over here with 2 hands on the guitar. One of my friends, I remember we were talking, he's like, man, well, guitarists don't play with 10 fingers like a pianist. I was like, well, some of them do. Stanley Jordan definitely does. I do. Not most people don't do that, of course.
Reggie
but,
does too.
But like I study with Reggie, Reggie's one of the best tappers in the world. Scott Michaud, I'm trying to bring. He's one of the best tappers in the world. And Stanley Jordan is one of the best, but the most influential. If you guys have ever heard of the instrument, the Chapman stick, it's like, I think it's maybe 12 strings. It's a big stick, and you play with 2 hands like a guitar, like this. Tapping, so playing the bass lines, playing the chords, playing the melodies like a pianist would. And that's exactly what Stanley does, because he played classical piano since he was like 6. So he plays the guitar like that. And I'm, as a musician and a music teacher, now that I spent so much time trying this stuff, it's crazy to not do it because there's so many more possibilities. It's not only this way or that way. Using 10 fingers on the guitar allows for so much more creativity. It's crazy. So you can see the hands like this.
Yeah, because Yes.
I can plug my guitar in actually, but yeah, I'm just kind of making sure my fingers are moving while I have time before we get the kids. But yeah, man, playing with two hands on the guitar for all the guitarists out there. I heard a Stanley Jordan interview, and he was like, yeah, I try to encourage people to do this, but a lot of people are too afraid to even try. And I can understand why, because honestly, it takes a long time to get the hang of it, but it's so worth it. If you try that for a year, 2 years, 5 years, you're going to be a different person. And it's hard to, like I said, to avoid the amount of possibilities when you play like that, because there's so many more possibilities, and it's really not that hard. So the world is changing in guitar, but Stanley was at the front of that, you know.
Now, I play guitar myself, so I'll allow myself to get a little technical here. I've tried the tapping technique, and I never really dwelled in it in too much detail, but I can do elementary stuff. But playing with one hand, because you're using 4 fingers, and mostly the blues players use even mostly 3, allows you to probably encompass 1-2 octaves and half in the best case. But adding another 4 fingers or even 5 from your right hand will allow you to actually reach out through the entire neck of the guitar, which means you'd be able to use the lowest possible tones on the 6th string, if it's a 6-string guitar, and then go to the highest possible frets, so you have no problem crossing borders between octaves and registers and crazy things like that. So you can, in a way, probably be a bass player and a soloist at the same time if you like, or do whatever you want. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. And you'll see Stanley do that better than almost anyone. It's not so easy to really play. Like, I'm practicing and doing it too, but really separating the parts, that's kind of tough. And guitar players have found ways of doing that. Like, a lot of guitar players will play like a, thumb on these 2 strings, like Chet Atkins or like Tommy Emmanuel, or these players who play more country style. They play the bass line on these 2 with their thumb, and then they got to play the melody and the chords with these other 4 fingers on the right hand, and that's just so much harder, kind of.
It's difficult. It's pretty difficult.
Than actually just putting 2 hands on the fretboard, because it's just, and in a way, it's so much easier. Especially like if I look at this chord, like if I look at a chord voicing here, like A minor 7 rooting from this string, and if I look at that rooting from this string, see, now I can play them at the same time.
Yes. All right.
And then I'm looking at 2 things, or moving through my inversions, or it's so much more possibilities. It's just fun, but again, it definitely takes time, and like anything.
But I want to know, like, I was a kid when I heard of Stanley Jordan first, and he was then maybe in his 30s. How old is he now?
I'm not exactly sure, but I can find out.
You find out for me, and I'll ask Anna. Anna, when was the first time you heard of Stanley Jordan? How did you get to know of this artist?
Exactly when I heard of him, because it was 2012, and we actually saw him perform at NAMM in America, in Los Angeles. Yes, we've actually seen him live.
Okay.
And it was incredible. It was very, very unique. He's very unique in his expression, in his style, in his technique. Very unique.
What's your impression as of now that you've made this event, you're making it more popular and famous? Are people familiar with Stanley? Do they know who he is? Is there a buzz that people are excited that they'll see him live? Is it
definitely excited?
Yeah.
I was gonna say in our little musician community, everybody knows who Stanley Jordan is, or most people do that are, But I found that there's a lot of other people that I have no idea. I never met them, but there is a following here, and it's nice because I'm glad they appreciate this amazing artist. And he's been to Bulgaria. He's been to Burgas actually about 10 years ago. Yes. He has There's news
And
articles.
even in Cousin Look, I think even before that. So he actually said he stayed here for a whole month.
Small thing.
Oh,
very
nice.
That they did.
Didn't he buy a villa?
Yeah. No.
No. That guy's traveling all around the world. He's played on 6 continents, you know. So
When I first came across Stanley, he was very famous with his version of a super famous song. Is it Stairway to Heaven? I mean, back.
Stairway to Heaven. He plays with 2 guitars at the same time. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Have
Eleanor Rigby, Autumn Leaves.
Have things changed for him style-wise? Is he coming with a band or solo?
This will be a solo gig, but he does play with a band. He has a trio, and he also plays with larger bands.
So he kicks out the bass player, he kicks out any string instruments, and he just plays with the drummer.
When there is a bassist, he doesn't play the bass lines, you know. Just like any musician knows how to, a jazz musician especially knows how to, you know, find the sonic space of whatever's happening, be in a place where no one is, you know, don't step on the other people's toes. But I think his style is pretty much the same. I've seen him strum more lately than I've ever seen him strum, which is amazing, because he's one of those guys who he never strums ever. He's just always 2 hands on the guitar. So I've recently seen him do some Jimi Hendrix tributes, so he's done a little more strumming here and there, but then he goes right into it with his 2 hands on the solo with the band, or however, playing his, you know, chords and
all right.
Yeah,
Do you guys
amazing, man.
Do you expect that he will be open for some communication with fans after the show? Maybe for those who want to get an autograph or not? What do you think?
Honestly, I don't know the answer to that at this moment, but I would think he will be. I mean, why not? I really don't know, and I'll encourage him to do so. But most likely, so yeah, guys, if anyone's coming, bring whatever you want, and maybe he can sign something or.
What's your personal view on Bulgaria and Eastern Europe as an attraction for international artists? Are things picking up here, or?
Things are definitely picking up. You and I were both recently in a music conference, right, where they were talking about hosting festivals, and we had some of the largest festival hosts of here in Bulgaria, of Serbia, There was one woman in Spain, Portugal, and someone else nearby. But anyway, it's definitely growing. At least that's what these guys are saying. And as you can see, what's happening in Plovdiv, they're creating some huge events this summer, which is also very cool. You know, for rock music, like Marilyn Manson is coming, and all kinds of huge artists that they're bringing. But we are. You know, hopefully we can collaborate with nearby countries and other hosts in different ways. We, as Lunden Festival, 2 Cities, 1 World, and the artists we want to are looking to bring people we like that you don't necessarily always see here, like Hiatus Coyote, like the Wootons. You know, there's certain people we've been talking with that are just incredible musicians, and I think there's an interest here. I do think it's growing. I think it's only going to grow more. And I think a lot of times, you know, the people just didn't have the opportunity to travel the Balkans before for different reasons. It's becoming easier and easier. The people are hungry for, you know, a lot of the artists they don't get.
Yes.
And yeah, we want to bring some culture, some fun, just to give something different, and then hopefully, to bring some Bulgarian artists to America, to other places as well, to do the other thing, you know, to do the other side.
We pray.
Man. So we got to do both. Hopefully, we can do both. And 2 Cities, 1 World represents St. Louis, where I'm from, and Sofia, Bulgaria.
2 Cities, 1 World is such a nice name for a band. I'll name my band Two-Way Street. A two-way street. It has the two. America, Bulgaria, Europe, America, two-way street. So tell me a bit about the Moonfest, because it was the first edition last year, and when you called me up asking if I want to join, I was like, hey man, of course, yeah. I mean, this is super, and my feeling was so overly positive of everything that I experienced there. The place was fabulous. It was so beautiful. A huge lane. The sound and lighting were top notch. the artists were so interesting. I mean, I heard independent artists that I would never ever have a chance to listen to. So how did this go? Was it difficult, the first edition? What are your ambitions now for the second edition? Do you think that you'll overcome some difficulties? Do you get support from the municipality, for example? Should people come and travel to where you are in Rila and actually stay for a night? Would that be a good experience?
Yes, we would love that. We had this dream that's a continuation of another thing that had happened 20 years ago, because there used to be a festival here in the same place, and it's called Rock vo Rila, or Rock in Rila, and it was huge. It was huge for the time, because 20 years ago there wasn't many festivals in Bulgaria at all. And it was huge because we had 20,000 people. There was a huge LED wall. Bulgarian National TV filmed the whole thing and would then stream it on television. It was huge, and the region had never experienced anything like this. It was amazing, and people traveled from all over the country to come to Rock in Rila. So we have I'm saying me because Jared wasn't here back then. He was in America. So a young lad. Me and my family and my friends have this beautiful memory of this amazing event that would happen. It happened 7 times here in the same location that the Moonfest was. So I've told Jared about this. He knows about the Rock in Rila Fest, and we had this dream. You played in one when they moved it to Borovets. Yes. He knew about this, and we had this dream together to make our own festival here again. But we would be more genre encompassing, because we wanna, I don't know, my music taste is very eclectic, just like all musicians' taste, I feel, is very eclectic. And
no, mine's not. I'm just mainstream.
It's not?
Nothing eclectic. I'm joking.
Cool. Good. Right. Whatever floats your boat, man. But I wanted to say that I want to give people something different and unique. I want to bring artists here that haven't been to Bulgaria, that people want to hear. And then I want to bring artists. Each edition, I want to have every band be completely different style from the next, because I personally enjoy listening to different types of music. I enjoy listening to things I've never heard before. I look for originality and creativity in music, and that's what stimulates my creative mind. But I also want to give the audience an opportunity to experience different sounds, different vibes. And you know what? If they don't like it, they can come back in 45 minutes. It'd be a different band, totally different feel and a different style. And I just want to say, we called it Moon Festival out of the blue. We did this in 3 weeks with almost zero funding. We did this because we wanted to share something and start something, because we felt the energy and the possibility of it. And I mean, the universe multiplied this by, I feel like, 1 million. I can't believe what happened in 3 weeks. I look back in time and I think this is absolutely insane. Our team managed to do this. So we're only growing from here. And forgot the train of my talk.
Yeah, let me continue, because he asked also about the ambitions of this year. Yeah. So that's kind of where we're at. So we did learn a lot last year, which was wonderful. We do have some people now. We have so much more people backing us. People are very excited.
I'm so happy.
Will help us. And so this time will be a 2-day event, and I'll give you a couple names who will play, just a few, but we're talking to many people. We're talking with you as well, of course. And like Tangra, everyone knows this Bulgarian band. They wanted to play last year. I'm friends with Dani. He's a keyboardist in that band, singer, keyboardist. Mm-hmm. But anyway, they will play for sure. Also, Dub FX, who is a very popular here in Bulgaria. He's going to be playing, which is awesome. He played Maimun Narnica and my student got to open for him last year. It was so cool to meet him. Those guys are amazing.
It was
that
an
team.
incredible show.
So they're going to play our band, Two Cities, One World. There's a lot of other cool people we're talking to. I don't want to give it all away, but there's a couple little names for you. And yeah, it's going to be much better this year. 2 days. It's going to be awesome. So definitely people come. There's a couple places to stay. You can camp here. The nature is amazing.
We want you to enjoy the nature because this is
nature.
why we're doing this here, because it's a magical place. It's beautiful and it's energizing. And under the full moon, because it's named after the full moon and the moon in general, but it's not every year. It's not necessarily going to be because of a full moon. It's more about the energy that the moon gives the musicians. I don't know if you know about this part of the Moon Fest.
It's all about the energy. I was just gonna ask if for the people who haven't been, if they decide to come this year, could they imagine a spiritual experience? I mean, detached from the music, is there anything else going on? The magic of the mountain, the moon. I mean, it's beautiful. I've been there, but for the ones who don't know, it's more than a music fest. It's more than a city music fest with concrete buildings around you. This is different.
I always say the mountain sings here. And if you come here, you will experience it.
I will.
You know, I say everybody has their own experience. I can't speak for other people, but I feel this. And I've always loved hearing music. My favorite way to enjoy music is outdoors at a festival. You know, that's just my personal favorite. I just love the acoustics of that are different and everything. And I love performing on an outdoor stage. So for me, this is the best, you know, and having it in nature, even better.
Remind us of the dates again.
August 28th, 29th, 2026.
That will be this year.
This is my phone, and as you can see, you can witness that I'm opening up my calendar, and yes, these 2 days are already in.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
All right, guys. So we've covered. Let's recap. We've covered the most essential moments that we should be aware of, and these are the forthcoming concert of Stanley Jordan on February 1st, Sofia Life Club, Sofia. He's coming to do a solo act, and we're all excited about this because he's an epic name. Then a few months later, during the summer, you'll have the Moon Fest in August, and in the meantime, we should probably have some new music from Two Cities, One World. I mean, you guys as a band or as a project or as an artistic entity, what are you guys working on? I mean, tell us a bit about you.
Cool. Yeah, we are working on new things for sure. I want to say also our band will play on the Stanley event, so we will have a full band sound to give people something, you know, to give both of the energies from two possibilities of a performance.
Okay.
But yeah, we are right now working on. I mean, the thing that we're working on right now is a song called "Целувката на пролета," which is "Kiss of the Spring," and it's a beautiful song we made together. It's kind of about like waiting for the springtime when we're sick of being cold and done with the winter, in a way.
Longing for spring.
That's romantic.
But it's very artistic. It's very cool.
Okay.
It was a real experience last year.
So we're wanting to get a music video out by mid-February for that song, and that will be a catalyst as well in promoting our new album, which we do want to release this year. We're very behind. Since we had 2 kids, we just kind of slowed our process.
You're not working on a third
Can
kid
I
already.
say something? No. Can I say something?
No.
Actually, I thought about something. You know, this year, it marks 10 years since we released Let the Whole World Disappear. So this is our second album. Our first album is an EP, 2014. And our first full-length album is Let the Whole World Disappear. Released it in 2016 in September at Sofia Life Club. So it marks 10 years since.
Wonderful.
Crazy.
It's
Wonderful.
crazy. But
Wonderful.
yeah, we're overdue on an album. We have so many songs, so many beautiful songs that wait to be.
We did release
finished
the
and
Things
released.
We Love album after that as well.
We
It's
did
just- there's more.
2019.
There's more, but-
2019.
But yeah, that's crazy.
Who's gonna be in your band in Sophia Life Club?
On this coming event, we'll have Dmitry Sirakov on bass. Stu.
Stuyo.
We can call him
Ivanov,
Stuyo.
Stu.
Everybody calls him Stu. Whatever.
Stew, but not the stew you eat.
Ivanov. He'll be on
Okay.
drums.
Who on
Mikhail
Stu on drums?
Filipov, keyboards, and us.
Cool. I've seen that band on Moonfest last year, and it's a very nice band. I enjoyed performing. Sorry, someone's. All right. Well, in that case, then we should all get mentally prepared for February the 1st, when Stanley Jordan's visiting us, and I'll certainly look forward to that. Is there anything you want to add about what's forthcoming? Anything in the coming weeks or months, or by the end of the year, you're planning to release an album? We hope you will. The Moonfests and Stanley's concert.
We're gonna be going to Albero Bello again for the Ground Up Music Festival.
Oh yes,
Absolutely, it's
Highly
gonna be.
recommend.
I can't wait.
You know, can I?
That's the end of June.
End of June, yes. I mean, it's my dream,
Highly
and I'm so
recommend.
planning to buy tickets. We guys we'll go together with
Do
you
it.
because
Got it. Awesome, man.
Do it.
I
We'll
told
be there
Vessi-
together.
I was having a dinner with Vessi last night, and I told her I'm taking you to Albero Bello, and she was like, "Why?" And I was like, "Because there's a festival there, so there's a big likelihood that we go together." Okay.
It'll be
Puppy,
amazing.
yes, and we definitely would love them to perform. We are currently speaking with the Wooten Brothers about bringing them this year, like I said, and also even Greg Howe, very famous guitarist, another
Yes.
famous
Yes.
fusion guitar player.
Yes.
And he's played
Yes.
with Victor Wooten a lot. He has an album with Dennis Chambers and Victor Wooten called Extraction.
Mm.
And it's possible we can even bring him at the same time. So we are doing some cool
We're
things this
cooking
year.
up some cool things.
Yeah, stay in touch and tune with Lunan Festival and Two Cities, One World, and you will see what's happening.
Okay. All right. Remember that. Remember the names of Anna and Jared, because you will hear more and more from them. Two Cities, One World. I'm Yavi. This is POPcast International, and we'll catch up very soon with the real live events that will follow. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a wonderful day and a wonderful year.
Thank you, Yavi.
Okay.
Much love, everyone.
Much love.
See you. Bye bye.
POPcast.